Paul, we have to start with Monday. What an evening it was. How's the rest of the week been for the lads?
I think there will always be a massive carry on from such a result, stroke, everything that goes with it, but eventually it has to be, put where it belongs, which is the last game, and you must move on to the next one being such an important one. Obviously when you've beat Man City, the period of celebrating, stroke, living in that moment lasts a lot longer than, say, for example, beating Team A from League One. That's the nature of what we've done. So, great credit to the players for that. The club, in my opinion, carried itself in a great light. The stadium was rocking. The whole evening went really well for us. It's gone now, and we all know, we're well aware that Rochdale's a formidable opponent tomorrow. We're third in the league now. It's our lowest position for quite some time. And the most important thing, as people can imagine, is that we get back to where we want to be.
Being a former player and beating Man City, did that mean more to you as well? You know this club, you know the fans, and providing a night like that.
I think it's just great for everyone. It's just nice. That's what it is. It's you can't sort of emphasise the achievement the lads have done. The players on the pitch for Man City are the most elite players in the world at the minute. The coaching staff, the manager, everything that comes with Man City, is what it is. They're going on to Wembley this weekend and we're going on to Rochdale. That's just the truth of it. There's no problem with that. But once that achievement's done, it's so important that you move on. You must do. You can't live in that. We can't let this FA Cup run now detract from what is our priority. The FA Cup was always second in our list of trying to be successful. The league obviously being first. The fixtures now are going to come thick and fast as the games get rearranged. The squad will get tested, because I do believe when you've had them depths of performance on Mondays and midweek games, for me, freshness in the team is huge. It's huge. It's going to give other lads opportunities to come in. At the start of the season, we said the most important thing was the squad, the togetherness of the group. If we're going to be successful here, that's going to be the quality that has to get us home. You can't keep picking these same lads. There's a couple of lads out tomorrow naturally because of injury now, that have played Monday night, and the injuries come off the back of fatigue. When you've worked as hard as the lads have on Monday night, the natural thing will be a little bit of carry on from that.
I suppose the obvious question in terms of motivation is lifting after the City game, as you said, but I suppose you just look at the league table. Whilst you've been in the FA Cup, you've dropped out of the automatic promotion places, and now to get back in. I
think it's simple, isn't it? For us, if we were 20 points clear at the top of the league, no one would be bothered. Unfortunately, we're not. We've got two formidable opponents at the minute in Shrewsbury and Blackburn. And if anybody can't see Rotherham coming up in the headlights, there's something wrong with you. They're absolutely flying. Amongst that, Scunthorpe will still probably have aspirations that if they could put a run together. So for me, it'll drop down to 4 or 5, possibly 6 teams. Charlton, we're on a good little run now. Carl's doing well there. So, for us, it's just focusing on ourselves and going again. Naturally, after such a high on Monday, everything becomes flat and low. Our job now is to manage that. Can we get that correct result tomorrow? That'll see us go back into a strong position in the league, albeit what goes on goes on. Tomorrow's game being of a massive importance.
And in terms of team news, how is the squad looking, especially Nick Powell yet to come off?
Yeah, Powell won't make the game tomorrow, that's for sure, but there's 1 or 2 other lads who won't be involved as well. Who we won't be going into too much detail. That'll come out when the team sheets go in. As I say, it's obviously Sammy Morsey suspended, so it'll be a change team for us tomorrow. But within that change team, it's lads who believe they should be probably starting, who've waited for opportunities to play, and tomorrow some of them will certainly get a chance to do that.
Do we see that against City with David Perkins playing in that central midfield role? He covered every blade of grass. Like
with Perkins, as Gary Roberts, Nolan, especially his senior players, the reason you like them so much is because you trust them to do the job. It's not on the back of winning the game, it's because you trust them to do the job. You expect them to do the job. That's what's made them have such distinguished careers. So tomorrow's team will be picked from the squad. Certainly the fit players, i.e. Dunkley, Dan Baird, Christian Bolton to start with, are our sort of rocks of our team, if you like, and then from there we look and put the team on the pitch, the best, strongest team we can, knowing we're going to Bristol Rovers on Tuesday and know we're going to finish the week at Blackburn next Sunday. It's important that we plan, we prioritise, we do everything we can to pick the right teams. In football now, you only ever pick the right team if you win, but I don't believe in that. The right team's picked with the thought process about trying to win the game.
One player we're yet to see, you did bolster the squad in January, is Devante Cole. Is he near to the squad?
I think I'm not going to start individualising with players. We've got a really strong squad. Everybody gets chances and different chances. Devante's part of a strong squad. There's plenty of lads who, not dissimilar to Devante, haven't had as many chances. Jamie Walker wasn't on the bench on thingy like during now and a few coming weeks. I'm sure every one of our players will be seen for everyone to see.
But on the players that you've had in January, is it a case of getting them not just physically ready, but tactically as well in terms of how you want to play the game?
I think that's important, that the lads learn the sort of processes of how we enjoy the game to be played, what we expect from them, etc. So that when they go in, they play our way, our style of football, what we demand of them. It's not just the fitness levels, which I think you get more from playing games. If you look at certain lads now, for example, if you just name Will Griggs in the form of his life at the minute, or I presume the form of his life. I haven't seen Will all his career, but he's always scored goals. But he's playing regularly, he's match fit, he's durable, he's strong. Whereas if you have another lad, say for example James Vaughan, who now hasn't played for 5 or 6 weeks, the important thing for us is, can we keep everybody right? Can we keep everyone chomping? Along that we'll get 1 or 2 wrong, as you always do as a manager. But now the next game, every game becomes massively important. I think tomorrow teams like Scunthorpe in the division have only got 12 games left. I think we're 16. So once you get down to single figure games, you are on that running. For us now, it's managing the players, it's managing the expectancy of the supporters and everybody knowing we've got a game that will be just logged away, i.e. Southampton. We've got the Blackburn game live on Sky. We've got really important fixtures, but the most important fixture is Rochdale tomorrow, bar none.
And in terms of Rochdale, strange that we've reached this stage of the season and you're going to play them for the first time, but I'm sure you know Keith Hill well and know what his side are going to offer up.
I've got great time for Keith. I think he's had an outstanding managerial career to date. I think he's a really good student of the game. I think his team's played the correct and proper way. I think he's had a magnificent time at a club in Rochdale with the promotions and the cup runs and the selling of players, and probably surprised a little bit maybe to see them in the league position they are. There'll be reasons for that, but Keith's an outstanding manager. In my opinion, one of the best managers in the managers outside the Championship for sure. If you look at finances, etc., Rochdale never get involved in any of that. They're always putting younger kids on the pitch, enabling them to develop them, stroke the additions of the likes of Henderson's and certain other experienced players that they can call on. And for me, they're a good club, they're a very good club, they ran well, they continually fight above the weight, and tomorrow we're in for a very difficult game.
And their side also have a backlog of fixtures that's been well publicised, but they showed on TV against Tottenham Hotspur exactly what they can do.
Listen, you underestimate any team in our division at your peril. We've seen that with Blackpool last week, on a Tuesday night at home. The teams Bury have just gone, I think it was 4 or 5 games unbeaten before they lost to Blackburn. MK Dons have slipped into a position probably that no one's seen coming this season. Outside that, other teams are having good runs. Southend are carrying all before them at the minute. And, everyone has good players. Everyone's more tactically aware now. Fitness levels have improved. So there's no easy games. You just must focus on yourself. Rochdale is a good club. Always has been. Very well run. In the good days, I could phone Keith and we could probably play for 6 points tomorrow, couldn't we? Although Keith might want to play at home with that one. I don't know. But the games are thick and fast for us both. I'm sure Rochdale will have. People can say they won't. They go to Wembley in midweek to play Tottenham. And it's hard for lads at our level because no matter what we say, it's in your mind. Of course it's in your mind. To go to Wembley and play Tottenham, how can it not be? For Rochdale, it's as equally important as a game as it is for us.
And after back-to-back defeats in the league, keen to get back on the horse and get back to 3 points?
Just keep going. I say all the time, it doesn't bother me the runs. Nowadays, for like you games, the guys you highlight the back-to-back defeats, but you don't mention me just gone 18 games unbeaten. For media people now, everyone enjoys putting runs in front of people. That's the modern day game. For me, the league table tells you where everyone deserves to be. At the minute, if we were to catch our games in hand up, I believe we could be where I'd like us to be. So for me, it's just concentrating on Rochdale tomorrow and trying to win the game.